Good morning again everyone, and welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Kerry, and in today's video I am going to be attempting to tackle a morning full house clean. So I have been working on quite a few different projects around the house and quite a few different videos for you to kind of get myself a little bit ahead before the school half term kicks in. So at the time of filming this voiceover, we have this last week left until half term. So the half term break from school is only a week. It's not too bad. It's not as crazy as the school summer holidays, but it is a week where I struggle to get things filmed. Not because my kids are in the way or anything like that. I just seem to have this kind of, I don't know how to describe it, kind of this mental energy block when I've got all the kids at home. I just can't seem to get off my bum and get things done when they're all here. So I'm trying to get ahead with the videos, and this is one of them. So I'm getting distracted very easily by all the different things that I've got to do. I'm a little bit stressed out, and I just wanted to take some time this morning and just kind of get back to what I do best and do a little bit of a mini house clean / reset, just get it back to kind of our basic running home so that I can get on with the other things in the rest of my spare time. So I started off this morning absolutely full of energy, full of desire to get this done. I'm also filming as I'm going along today. I have a monthly clean routine that I'm filming, and a bunch of other things as well. And I also have in the back of my mind, I'm trying to make plans and gather supplies to do a small kitchen redecorate overhaul kind of thing. So it's going to be a little bit expensive, and I'm waiting for my back pay to come in from work. We are owed some back pay from pay negotiations that started in 2024. They've only just agreed on that, and there's a back date coming through. We didn't get ours at the same time as the rest of the building, which is really, really annoying. I could do with the money now because I am ready to get on with this kitchen revamp and make a nice video for you. I can't wait to see how different this kitchen's going to look when I've finished with it, how much more personal it's going to feel to me. I like that this kitchen is nice and bright. I like that this kitchen is functional and there's nothing in here that needs to be fixed. There's no repairs, nothing's broken, nothing's worn or anything like that. But when our housing association put this kitchen in, the only thing that we got to choose was the worktops. We were supposed to get a choice of tiles, we were supposed to get a choice of cupboard finishes, handles, things like that. And for whatever reason we didn't. I think it was coming to the end of the financial year. Our housing association had only a certain amount left in their budget, and so we got what we have, which is a perfectly lovely kitchen. I'm not complaining. It's just not very me. It's very modern, it's very clinical, it's very masculine. I prefer a kind of softer, more country, cozy kind of vibe in my rooms, and so I am embarking on a little bit of a kitchen makeover very, very soon that I will be sharing with you guys, and I really just want to gear up and do that. So the fact that the pay hasn't come through is bugging me a little bit, but hopefully it'll be a video very, very soon. But it also means that I'm not really doing too much in the kitchen at the moment other than a quick wipe down, because as I'm going through and getting things changed in here, I will be kind of deep cleaning as I go, as I'm doing these things. So everything will get pulled out and cleaned and all of that. And I will make probably a separate video, like a kitchen deep clean. Usually I only do the deep cleans for my seasonals, but when I'm redecorating, it makes sense to do it then as well. So I'm doing the bare minimum for the time being, just to keep everything ticking over, and I'm really hoping to get that video started in the next week and a half, 2 weeks, when my pay does eventually come through. Fingers crossed it will do, and I can get this kitchen looking a bit more in keeping with the rest of the house. Now I'm managing to do this, hopefully, without damaging the kitchen in any way, shape or form. I will not be removing the tiles or the grouts or the worktops or the floor or anything like that. Everything will remain intact. It will just be kind of covered up in a renter friendly way. So if you're interested in that kind of video, that will be coming up very, very soon. Please make sure that you have subscribed if you are wanting to see more content like that and you are not subscribed already. Like I say, that will be ready for you in a few weeks' time. I have some time off coming up, I have my pay coming up, and hopefully I can get that done for you hopefully before July. Let's just say hopefully before July. So yeah, this morning it's just a quick little light clean. Some of this footage I will be using on my monthly cleans as well, just because I was doing it anyway and it makes sense to use it for the monthly cleans. So you might see this footage be recycled, but it won't be all of it, and it won't be in this form. So yeah, don't worry about that. My goal this morning is to spend no longer than 2 hours going around the house and cleaning as much as I can in that time, so that I can then focus on my other projects that I'm doing, my other videos that I'm doing, before I have to go to work this evening. So I'm trying to give myself a 2-hour window each morning, right after my youngest goes to school. So she leaves 8 o'clock and I give myself till 10 o'clock to get the house kind of, wouldn't say spick and span, but clean enough, so that I can then film the rest of my content or go out and run errands or work on projects after that. So I've got this 2-hour window. I'm not going to be cleaning the lounge today. And the reason for that is my youngest daughter she's a very, very creative soul. She loves art, she likes to make things, and she is currently building herself a cosplay costume that she wants to wear to a Comic-Con or something somewhere down the line. And my lounge, at the time of filming this, she's cleared it up now, but at the time of filming this, my lounge was an absolute wreck. But I didn't want to move any of her stuff because she was mid-project. I too am a creative person. I love to craft, and I know how infuriated I would be if somebody moved my stuff mid-craft. Like I say, she has cleaned it up since then, so it's not an issue anymore. But at the time of this filming, I'm not going to be doing the lounge today. It's pretty much just going to be the kitchen, the toilet, the bathroom, and a little bit of the bedroom, because that's all that's really needed. So I moved up into the bathroom next on my hit list and decided to descale the shower. Now what you're about to see, there we go, is me destroying my bathtub. I thought, do you know what, I'm going to descale the shower head, and of course it fell into the bathtub and chipped the enamel on the bath. The bath that's been in for 2 years. It definitely doesn't need replacing. It's pretty much a brand new bath. I've managed to keep it almost brand new looking, and I chip it with the shower head. What joy. Fortunately, a quick little Google on the internet and a quick visit to Amazon, and I have a enamel, like a 2-part enamel repair kit on its way, and I have since repaired that chip. But I was so angry with myself. Sometimes I really question why I go so in depth with my cleaning sometimes. Like, was there a need to take the shower head off? No. I could have descaled it in situ, but no, I had to take it off. I had to take it off and drop it in the bath. Silly, silly me. That's going to be the last time I do that. Honestly, the shower head is only going to be coming off on the 6-monthly deep clean, so the spring clean and the autumn clean. And I sure as heck am going to be putting a towel in the bath before I unscrew it from now on, to make sure that if it does fall off again, we're not going to have any more chips in the tub. The good news is though, guys, if you do have a chip or a scratch in the enamel on the bath, the 2 parts enamel repair kit was $13.99 from Amazon, and it did an incredible job. Like, it really did. And it also came with a little pot of white paint and a little pot of black paint, so that when you mix it, you can add a tiny little bit of the paint to make it match your shade of bathtub perfectly. So if you've got a slightly older tub that's looking a bit more grey, or if you have a different colour sink, you can match it as well. I'm going to see if I can link that in the bottom actually, because quite often people just ignore chips and scratches in the enamel and the bath will rust. So if you guys are having that problem, $13.99, and I can recommend. It was really easy, really quick, and it's holding up really well. I've done some laundry stripping in this bath since then, and it's showing absolutely no signs of coming off or letting any water in. It's been amazing. But yeah, it was a real kicker today when I was already stressed. At this point I was thinking, oh god, it's a new bathtub. I didn't realise you could buy the kits so cheaply. I thought a professional had to come and do it. At this point I was just freaking out. I was angry with myself. So I put a Mel Robbins podcast on and just listened to that, worked through it, did a little Google, and all was well. on now to my favourite little room. I'm still so in love with the transformation in this room. It's doing really, really well. The only sign of kind of wear and tear or any problems with it that I've got at the moment is actually in the corners of the dado rail, where the cork has kind of shrunk a little bit and cracked. I wasn't expecting that. I've never had cork do that before, but I suppose it was a cheap one from a local kind of, you know, those shops that are a little bit like Aladdin's cave. They've got a bit of everything. I bought some cheap cork from there. I say cheap, it wasn't cheap. It was hideously expensive compared to what you'd pay in places like B&Q for cork. But I couldn't get to B&Q. I could only get to this little Aladdin's cave style shop, and it was the cheapest one they had in there. Probably about a £2 tube of cork, and I think I paid 8 for it, but I really needed it. And it has shrunk and it has cracked in the corners, so I do need to go around. I'm thinking actually probably with either a better cork or a bit of filler to fill in those little gaps. But aside from that, it's looking absolutely gorgeous in here. There's no paint bubbling or chipping or blistering. There's no weird oil marks coming through from the wall, which we have a lot in this house, weirdly enough. They must have covered it in blue tack, the people who lived it before. It's holding out really, really well, and I'm still absolutely in love with it. I'm in here all the time just admiring my handiwork. I think I'm getting pretty good at this. And the last room that I can squeeze into my 2-hour window today is my bedroom, which only really needs a quick going over. I just need to make the bed, remove a little bit of clutter where I moved Isabel's clothing drawers in here. I moved them in here so they were out the way of the loft guys who were coming to do the loft, and have left the job half done. Since then I've had another appointment which they haven't showed up to. This is pretty standard. I don't know, I'll give up with workmen, honestly. They never show up when they say they're going to show up. When they do, they've never got the stuff they need, or they do half a job, let's say. I'm sure we all know the phrase I'm thinking, but they do a half a job and then ignore it for months and months and months. It's only when you really, really kick off that they come back and actually finish the job. Just finish the job. Just turn up with the stuff you need, do the job, go home. Everyone's happy. But yeah, her drawers have been living in here for absolutely ages, waiting for the loft guys to come back and finish what they started, and there's no sign of them on the horizon. So I think I'm going to move it back out onto the landing today so that she can access her clothes. That was the whole point in the first place, was that she could access her clothes while my eldest daughter was asleep. She didn't want to go in the room and kind of disturb her. So we put her clothes in a drawing thing on the landing, and it was working out fine until I had to move it, and now of course she's got to wait for me to get up, so it doesn't really work. I'm going to move that back out today, but in the meantime I have to declutter it because I've been putting her clean laundry onto it instead of in it. I'm not very good at putting laundry away. I tend to just dump it in the room it belongs in, and it kind of gets used from there. I need to work on that for sure. But yeah, this is the last room that I'm going to be doing today. I apologise that this footage ends rather abruptly. I was expecting to get more done, and so I didn't really finish it off with a flourish. But yeah, that's going to be it from me today. I have lots of videos in the pipeline for you, as I was saying earlier, and I hope you've enjoyed our little busy morning clean, and I will see you all in the next video. Have a great day, guys. Bye bye.